I forgot that
are
I had
you
like
good, Lily?
something.
Huh? What?
Hello?
Can you
What?
hear? We can hear
Antonio,
you.
can you
Oh
hear
no.
us?
We can hear you.
Blink twice if you can hear us.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Are you blinking?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you
Okay.
now. My internet cut out for a second. What happened? What was the last thing that someone said?
Just that I have a decent inspection and we can both roll our own.
Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't actually hear an answer to the inspection thing, so I was like,
What the hell is
hello?
that?
Inspection?
Oh
Should I do that?
no!
Alright, I'll roll.
Well,
Hello?
We lost him.
Oh no! I was literally
well.
saying I didn't hear an answer to the inspection thing as it cut out again.
Yep.
Alright, so, inspection, right?
We're each rolling. We're each rolling.
Okay, we're each
So I've
rolling,
got a
gotcha.
+5. I actually have a roll that's not terrible. I didn't know that. I guess it
Um,
kind of makes sense since it's based on not resource. Yeah, resourcefulness. Yeah.
my inspection. Alright, I don't have the feat yet for my inspection to get versed in, so it's not first. What else? I do have something I can do, though, don't I?
Boop. No.
Uh,
No.
what's no? What happened?
I wrote a 2.
Oh.
Look, I can't see underwater. I'm not gonna tell you that, but I can't. Oh, okay. Well, that works.
What'd I get?
You got a nat 20.
Okay. I think my inspection's just like a +1 or 2 right now because I don't have versed.
You know, it's infinitely higher than mine with the roll you rolled.
It'll be higher
Okay.
later, but not yet. I also don't have. I was looking to see if I had any like types of kits that could also give me verse for a certain thing, but no.
Right.
Yeah,
Kits. I
that's
don't
the
have
other
any
thing kits are
kits.
useful for is you can use them to get verse for certain. It'll tell you what you can use it to get verse for, but yeah. So 21, I believe.
Nice. You will.
Oh, should I specify how long
Fine.
I'm searching?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's just a DC check.
Okay, so it's like 10 or so minutes, give or take.
You'll find the fabled bronze lockbox, and then there's another one that you get. You get oh wait,
Was that the
yes. You get 2 more chests sealed with an iron lock.
Let me roll something real quick just to see. I'm gonna roll like a cognition. Were those in Origin chat or did you put them in the
They're in roll
Oh,
20.
okay.
I can put them in the origin chat though.
Just for like so we can keep it pinned and everything. I mean, I did roll high enough so she would remember. She would come up. Probably every what's her vigor? So like every give or take 2.5. It's 30 seconds. So every minute and a half. So she's trained in the mountains a little bit. She's dived into like lakes in the mountain or like rivers in the mountain. So she'll swim down. She'll go down for like 2 minutes and then pop back up, take a breath, and then come back down. During this whole time, like as she's searching.
Nice.
I think each time she would probably go a little bit longer. So like she would go down for 2 minutes, pop up, take a breath, go down, go for 3 minutes, pop up, take a breath, until like 10 or so minutes have passed and she's got everything.
I have to go to the bathroom, but
Yep. Yeah, bathroom breaks.
I'll be right back.
Yep, bathroom breaks. How are you doing, Rizzler?
I'm just here waiting and abiding my time until I rizz again.
So we got, what is this? A bronze lockbox, 2 shield chests with iron locks. Oh wow, we got 3 chests, 2 lapis long swords, a crossbow, and I almost keep saying a suctum. Suctum?
Sectum?
Sectum? I don't know how that's supposed to be said.
Where sectum shields no, yeah, sectum.
Sectum? Okay.
And what that's from the wrecked up ship, right?
Yeah, this is what I'm bringing up and just putting on our longboat. So I'd bring up the bronze lockbox because it's probably smaller. I'd keep kind of on my person, but the 2 chests I'll haul up and leave up there. So like after 2 minutes, I'll bring up this first chest, go back down immediately. After another 3 minutes, I'll bring up the weapons and the sectum shield and throw it on there. And then after another 4 minutes, I'll bring up the 2 sealed iron chests with Marliana.
I wonder what's on their ship, on the freshwater pirate ship.
Don't know. I'd say don't know. Haven't checked. This holding again. It kind of looks over. This is minding me back in the mountains.
I mean, if you want, you can use my rebreather since I'm not using it at the moment.
Oh no, I'm fine. I haven't really been pressed for air that much. I just felt like I should go up after 2 minutes. Or 3 minutes, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't like having trouble with breathing.
I mean, yeah, because you're able to come back up. Let's just say if you weren't able to come back up, I think it'd be a much more unpleasant time.
I guess you have a point. I always, when I was in the mountains and we'd go fishing, whenever we grab fish in the river or something, my father always told me not to go down longer than 1.5 or 2 minutes, if I could avoid. But I'd be headstrong and wouldn't exactly listen all the time. I'd stay down for longer, 2, 3, 10 minutes, give or take.
Sheesh, 10 minutes. I wonder what the record is.
I don't know. Well, is that Shanda thinks? I mean, there's people I've seen that's not really mortals, but or kitsune. I don't know. I just never really felt the need to come back up there.
Well, I mean, they've trained the lungs enough, yeah.
I guess so.
I mean, I wonder, maybe you became part fish, just being in the water for so long.
Perhaps. Does take me back though. She kind of just she'll sit up on the deck. Oh yeah, she probably would have taken off like her armor. No, she would have kept her armor jacket on. She doesn't mind it like getting wet and stuff. So she's just probably like wringing out her armor jacket and things.
So were you close to your father?
She nods. He's the one that raised me.
What happened to the other parental?
She kind of stopped wringing out her shirt for a second, and just for a moment, and then keep wringing it out. She was not in the picture.
Out of volition or out of life?
I don't know.
No.
She left us, so.
Oh, okay. Well, seeing as how she left means she didn't die giving birth, so I mean, I thought that could have been an option, but I can assume, yeah. Did your father ever speak about her?
A lot, trust me. But never, at least not until recently, why she left, so. Still trying to take I guess, grasp that,
I mean, I guess you don't have to worry about it now, I guess, right?
Not at the moment, but soon, probably. I'm actually looking for her.
Do you have, information to go off of, or you're just hoping to come up lucky?
Somewhat. she'll fish in her like pocket for something, or like on her side pocket for something, and she'll just kind of tap her side. You can see there's like an end to some type of object in there. It's not big. It's just like small, like a card shaped thing. Device. I have a, how would you put it, heirloom trinket that I was left.
Oh, a memorabilia from that she's left behind.
You could say that, but I think I'm supposed to use it to find her.
Does she? Is it one of those things where it's like a necklace, and she has the other half?
Yeah, I think that's the case.
Is it
Honestly, I'm
actually a
not really
necklace?
sure.
Oh.
She'll take it out of her pocket and hold it. It probably you're from like I am. You're from what is it? Gara, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I just was in the mountains. I don't remember where you were from. You were like in one of the cities or jungles, like outskirts. But I would it you would probably recognize somewhat. It is some type of like, obviously it's a mechanical device of some kind. It might look like a key card or like some type of key device that's mixed with maybe like an override or device or something. So things that's used for like hacking and things like that. But it's not the design that the Garins use. It's like a completely different design. It would be yeah, I don't think you probably would have seen what this is from. But definitely not Garin or even Architekian inherently designed.
So I mean, I can use either knowledge, engineering, or unless
Or
it's arcanic.
technological.
Yeah, because I have
Mm,
technological.
yeah, it'd probably be technological or engineering, I'd say.
Maybe technological.
Wait, do we need a tech roll? What's
Uh,
happening? I just got back a
I'm
little.
holding up a. After we brought up the chest, me and Homie were talking, and Homie and I were talking about mom, or my mother, and I had mentioned that I was looking for her, and I mentioned a heirloom I had, and I took it out of my pocket, and I'm showing it to him. It looks like it's some type of weird key card device or override device.
Ah.
So if you want to know more about it, I would say you could probably roll knowledge technological
Hey, let's go. Knowledge, technological.
or
Well,
engineering.
since you're.
Use the big brain.
You said or engineering?
Yes, use
I
whichever.
have engineering.
Yep.
I got a 20.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I guess I'll say what I know from what me and Lily have talked about. What is it? So for you, homie, again, basically what I said, like you know, like kind of what it is. It's some type of override device or key access device that can be used for like facilities and other things like that. And the Garn facilities are like places they found the ruins. They use certain devices to hack into certain doors and stuff. Um, Marliana, it's not just a device. It might be like a drive. Like it might have information and stuff on it. Like a transceiver device or a visualizer stone or visualizer device. It looks like it's a multi-purpose thing. It's definitely not Architekian. It's definitely not. Wait, where are you from? Yeah, you're from here. So it's not Architekian. It doesn't match any like old Tide Pack like technology that's been found, and it probably wouldn't match. What's the other big thing here? You've heard about like,
Seekers?
yeah, you probably have heard. You might have heard about it considering your role. But it doesn't necessarily look like that either. It looks like it might be a different entire group's card.
So yeah, I think the first thing I'd say is that there's probably something on this. Like some sort of message or information. It's like
Starsha would probably nod. I'm still trying to crack some of it open, but yeah,
with my role, would I understand the process that might be needed to see what's on this piece of gear?
Yep. It's just hacking into it basically. Just takes
Oh
time.
yeah, so you'll need to hack that boy, but I can't do that. I don't.
She's not. She's just like, I know. Like I said, I've been. It's a slow process, but I'm missing some things. But I think it'll point me in a direction that I need to go soon. It hasn't really been working since I've been here, I guess you could say. It's like it's not, I don't know, it's disconnected or whatever.
Like, since we've been in quad?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we are in this weird field of energy.
Yeah. I'm
I
wondering
guess that
if
makes sense.
the interference is coming from that fog wall, probably.
Where'd you get this? This doesn't seem like it's from anything I understand.
It's not.
No matter what you say, I'm not planning on rolling a mood. I'm just gonna take your word for it.
I'm trying to think of how she would answer this with the other people here. Though they probably aren't really paying attention, but shoot.
I'm sure the captain is too worried about homie and whatever he's gonna do.
Well, homie's over here with us, so.
Okay, well, that's
worried. Hey, I'm a you know what? I don't have to defend myself.
I think she'd probably say, because you asked like where did you get it, basically.
Yeah.
It was, like I told the homie, it was an heirloom, a gift, I guess.
A gift. Okay.
From
My mother
her
gave
It's
mother
interesting
that-
technology, and
My mother gave it to my father, and he gave it to me. It was supposed to be, I guess it was supposed to be. It was something that I was supposed to use to find what she was looking for, or do what she was looking for, I guess. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to be either yet. But whatever it is, I need to make sure that I'm the one that gets to it. She's gonna just put it back in her pocket and zip her pocket.
Wait, do you think other people are looking for whatever that thing is pointing to?
I know other people are looking for it.
Well, if you ever need help, we're here.
I'll keep that in mind. She gets like a slight smirk when you say that. But I'll keep that in mind.
Now, here's the question. These pirate guys, should we look at their ship?
Homie was mentioning that as well. Probably. We should make sure they don't have anything in there that can let out, so to speak, attack us or any type of wares they might have.
Also, homie, you should check out. We might be safe from other pirate attacks, but we know that there's other creatures on these waters. You should look to see if anything's around.
I'll wait until our god is present.
Yeah, we're into the godless lands right now.
Yeah, we are in godless land. We had that character moment. Well, God was away. Well, God doesn't know.
What's happened?
Oh no, God's back.
God's back.
That's my conscience.
We were talking,
right?
and I was like, well, we should probably make sure there aren't any other like hostile creatures around. But only God can tell us if there is. And
Yeah, that's like God's the arbiter for that.
You can roll an awareness if you want.
And then also, we wanted to look at what was on their ship.
Yeah,
Yep.
I guess my god is telling me something.
Is that your Rizz roll?
No, that's my awareness roll.
Awareness.
I wish that was my Rizz roll.
Your awareness is that you see no other creatures on the shore or in the distance. Everything looks pretty peaceful right now.
Here's my Rizz roll.
And the pirates that are with you don't seem concerned.
Yep, Lily missed that. I assume this character moment.
No,
we were looking at
I was
some-
listening to it.
Oh, you were listening? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was there the whole time.
I see. God's
we
always
shouldn't be
watching.
surprised that God's always listening.
Yeah, I know, right?
While you were pooping? Come on.
Yeah, while I was pooping.
Yeah. Hey, at least this God answers, alright?
Oh,
So...
the sky's purple right now.
Oh god, no. Let me. Should we roll an inspection or do we just see what's on their ship?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
All right. Probably won't get as good as I got last time. 14.
13.
Almost in that 20.
You'll find some food and some alcohol.
Dibs. Alcohol's
Huh?
mine. I want the alcohol.
All right. Marliana stumbles upon the alcohol. She just hugs the box immediately, like.
I've never had an experience with it before, and I'm
Oh no.
curious.
Oh, sorry, she says under her breath. Oh no.
You'll also find some stocks of bullets.
That's handy.
And
I'm taking that.
you'll get a stock of 40.
I'll give 20 to Magellan.
And you'll also find their treasure chest, or their chest, which is currently locked.
We got anything that can
They don't
break
really
this
have
lock?
a whole lot.
Actually, they probably
You
have
want
the
someone
key.
to pick the lock? Yeah, they have the key.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go back out into this, over to the swashbuckler. What's in? Do you have the key to your chest?
She looks up at you, and she looks at the chest, and she says, those are my personal effects.
You got any money in there?
Key to your chest.
She looks very despondent and angry at you asking if there's money in it.
So I was just staring at her blankly. Key to your chest.
She kind of looks over her back and motions to the fact that her hands are tied.
So is it on your person?
Alright, looks like we got to frisk her down.
Yep.
Homie, back up. I
What?
suppose I'll take care of this.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this.
Is the key on her person?
Yeah, it is.
Guys, we don't have to rob her now.
I'll hold out my hand to catch the key. I'll stand by the chest to open it.
I will frisk her
Alright.
down and find the key. Or try to.
You'll find the key. It's in one of her pockets in her pants.
Sailors.
And you hand the key to Starsha. She opens the box. And inside of it, there's a diary, along with some trinkets that look like they're like a bullet shell and like a letter, and there's also some gold buried at the bottom. But there's like a pretty necklace in it. But it looks valuable. But as soon as you like pull out the necklace, you can tell there's something on her face. It's just, you can tell it's sentimental to her. So
I'll put the
you
necklace
take it
back.
if you want.
I'll
but
put the
I don't
necklace
think you're
back
gonna make
in.
her happy.
I was just interested to see if she had anything in here that would, basically anything that might identify more about them, or if there was also like something they had hidden here they didn't want us to see. That was it. Well, now I know.
I
that
mean,
it's
that
like,
diary could be interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the diary, and I'm going to just like flick through the first few pages of it. Does it just seem like normal diary stuff?
Yeah, it's very normal, and it talks about how she recruited each of her four swabbers, and it just talks about their friendship and how long they've been pirating for and some of their adventures.
Is there a
How long
mention
have
of
they
a
been pirating
boyfriend?
I don't care about that. How long have they been pirating for? Is what I care about.
It looks like they've been pirating for about 4 months.
So they're pretty wet behind the ears still.
So I look at her, so like, since I don't hear a Mr. Pirate, so
I'll close the diary, throw it back in the box, and then close the box and lock it.
Wait. There was gold in that box. It's the
You can
least we
take it
could
if you
do.
like.
They're
What do you
pirates. They
mean?
know. They
I'll
get
just I
hungry
won't
when
say
they
like
loot.
anything. I'll just say, oh, would you like that? I'll open it back up. She can grab the gold in it.
Look, we're sparing them. The least they could do is give us a little bit, something worth their while.
Are we also
Indeed.
trying to hire them?
We are.
Hire?
So they'll get their money back, don't worry. Haven't you heard of the price of doing business, homie?
Wait, so I think I might have missed it. Are we taking their ship and leaving them here, or what's
No,
happening?
we're taking them with us.
But so, all right, so we're gonna
And their
take their
ship.
ship with us. What are we doing with them?
They're coming with us. They're going to do a little job. They're going to do some stuff for us. Service.
Oh,
With marriage.
Oh,
That
look
was
at
what
the
I was
captain.
talking with.
So you guys are gonna
that
be
was
our
that
lackeys.
Magellan conversation we were having.
wait, what was that?
The Magellan conversation when I pulled you over. That was what we were talking about.
Yeah, I think I missed. I missed one. No, I think I remember most of it. So we're gonna use them. I'm okay with that.
Basically, I can sum it as we're going to take them back with us. However, because their ship's not something that we've had to pay for or anything, there's no like basically paper trail that we've ever like, you know, if they do anything that we've ever like done anything with them in that way.
Right.
And we want to give them basically as a way of making our usefulness better for Grayfang as well. Now Grayfang has a bunch of mortals, humans specifically. They can act if they need, and won't implicate like or them. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I guess if we want them to be cooperative, I'll let them keep their gold.
Yep. Because the last thing I said is they're going to be doing some service work for us for a while, but I didn't tell them what yet.
Ooh, they should get us some ore. I mean, I know we're gonna go on a mining quest, but we're gonna need more either way. What are you guys good at? Like, obviously not combat. So what do you guys do?
Obviously not fighting, but like, what do you?
Jesus Christ, that's what I come back to.
And I'm asking the captain that. I don't care how humiliated they may be. They have to be useful to us. We gotta find out how.
Yeah.
You asked the captain, and one of the swabber that was fighting you, Marliana, speaks up and says, "Well, we're good at using our muscles,
That's true.
and we're also not the dumbest of people, which is good. But yeah, we're not great fighters.
Oh, well, you weren't that bad.
Thank you. No, normally we do better than that. We perform a little bit better, but today we just had a little performance anxiety.
Anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's sum it down to that. And nothing about
Yeah.
our skill.
Exactly. Indeed.
Well, remember they
But-
are pirates, so it's not exactly like they probably haven't done their fair share of, you know, raiding, pillaging, etc. on a bunch of vessels.
To be fair, what we're doing now is similar. I mean, we don't really
They
know the
attacked
history.
us, not the other way around. The way I see it, we had every right to. In fact, if
Right,
we
but
put a
what if
bullet
they
in their
beat
head,
us
it
to the
wouldn't matter.
ship? Wouldn't we attack them?
Say it again?
If they beat us to the ship, wouldn't we have attacked them?
They're pirates.
We're just
But what
legal
are we?
pirates.
Fair. But at least we're legal.
We're
Kind of.
I mean, pirates is just a title. I mean, all people could be good or bad.
No,
they're
that's
just
fair.
living in
I
a
guess
way.
it would depend on the reason why they're out here, then, wouldn't it? If it infringed on what the reason we were out here for, then of course we would have to go to blows.
Of course, it's destiny for me and her to fall in love.
I have no idea if that is true or not, nor do I care.
Aw.
Oh, hey, Captain. Just so you know, I'm gonna point to Homie. He's a little different. I'd stay wary of him.
What do you mean different? You know what? I am different. I'm not like any other guy.
Yeah, it's not initially an insult. You're right.
Yeah.
He likes to try to climb walls, though.
I like to test
with no ability
my
yet.
boundaries of limitations. I overcome. I'm an achiever. I'm a believer.
She looks and she says, "What kind of walls are you trying to climb?"
Any walls. But right now, the wall I'm trying to overcome is the wall you're putting up. Sheesh! Sheesh!
I
I'm
that was bad.
fucking so
That
much
was bad.
Roll a charm, you bastard.
I can't even be mad at that one.
Yeah, that was pretty. I'll get that one.
Hey!
Oh my god!
The world knows.
Trying to slides in your DMs like. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, baby.
Well, homie's a light skin. Homie, why?
What do you mean? What is a race thing?
Got the light skin stare.
You are absolutely a bona fide light skin after this. You got that light brown kitsune hair? I bet you do.
Yeah, he's white. I think he's white furred, isn't he?
Uh,
I can't remember.
It's neon green. My first neon green.
Yeah, definitely a light skin color.
I mean, still light though. It's shade of light, all right. Yeah,
but I can't even be mad at that.
Sasha will just shake her head. Anyways, as we go, I'll tell you what your little job is going to be. What your job is going to be for us.
Also, here's a question. You did say they were pirates. Do you really think they'll help us in any way?
I
I guess if they're paid, they'll probably do the job.
Exactly. Considering that they came out here anyway under someone's payments. And you do have a point. I didn't mean that dismissively as in all pirates are evil. I meant it more like basically that they're raiders. Like based on well, I'd say actually I want to clarify. The diary I read, did it seem like they were like pirates but like they just go and raid like trade vessels? They're not like burning down like random villages and stuff like that? Or they're like hired
No, they're
for
not
jobs?
burning down random villages or anything.
Okay, so
If
they're
anything,
like opportuneur pirates. Like they get paid to do a
Yes.
job and they'll just do something. Okay, and so in that case, I
Yeah.
would reframe a little bit because my conception after the diary was that they probably just they probably just like go around and just like kill or whatever anyway. But if that's not what the type of
No.
pirate they are, then I wouldn't say that like they're they're marauders. But no, so I'd say considering that they're not the marauding type of pirates that that mindlessly go around. I think that they can do service work for payment. I don't think that they'll have a problem with that. Besides,
Well-
isn't that what the whole idea for the guild and such is? Not that they're going to be working for them exactly, but, give people a second chance and all that.
I guess so, yeah.
Going with that
Probably.
mindset, then here's their second chance. Might be able
I'll
to do
look
some
to the
good for once.
captain. Are you willing to take this chance? You're cool with us? You're cool with the offer we're giving you? That's kind of important.
As she looks up at you, there's the briefest of eye flits over to homie, and
Oh no.
she says, "As long as we're fed, and as long as my men and I are taken care of, well, I don't particularly care."
All right, I just successfully rizzed is the
Yeah.
expression I'll be showing.
You know what? I'm going to add
Exactly.
something as well. And there's also the chance that you might get to, how shall I say, get the chance to get back at your former employer for sending you out here basically to die.
They all kind of look up, and the one that was fighting you, Marliana, just cracks his knuckles and says, "Yeah, we owe him a little visit, I think."
Well,
We'll just have to
Then-
find them now.
this should be good business.
Indeed.
And maybe I've won a good training partner. I'll look towards my foe.
Mhm.
What was your
Next
pirate
time.
band name before? They said it. I can't
Uh,
remember.
I believe his name was Dwayne.
No, sorry, not
No,
the
wait.
pirate band name. Like they're the group. It was called like something
Oh.
something swabbing something. I'm sorry.
Uh, their pirate names. They're gonna kind of all look to each other and they're gonna say, "We never actually." Well, the captain will answer and she'll say, "We never actually made a name for ourselves."
Are you telling
Marliana's
me
gonna
that the
look
name?
distraught immediately. Like, you're pirates without a name?
You're telling me that
You've
you
been
just screamed
sailing
out a
for
name.
4 months without a name?
You just screamed out a random name earlier because you. Yep, we're heading to the shore. Marliana, Homie, and Gathor are staying on the coast when we park their other vessel there. I'll keep the bronze
Okay.
lockbox hidden in my armor since I have the concealed
Are
there.
you going
And
anywhere in
the
particular on
other
the
three
coast? Hold
chests
on,
will
let me
put
bring
a.
up.
Hmm?
Let me put you all back on the Quad Town
Oh, yep.
app. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, music.
Stop. Okay.
Um, yep. And then what was it? Yeah, we'll head to the dock. Me and Magellan will head to the dock and we'll talk with Jason. Tell him basically what we know, what we had, that our proposition for Grayfang, but she needs to get basically them to a. Basically, she's gonna need to find a way to smuggle them around. I'm sure she probably has an external dock somewhere that like is for that like special for her, or sorry, special for him. He's gonna need to he's gonna need to get them there. And then yeah, we'll meet them for trading off the lockbox. Once the all that's situated, we'll head back to the Altel district.
Okay. Um,
It's also
you're
nighttime too,
leaving.
right?
Yeah, it is. You're
Yeah, so
leaving
this works
the
perfectly.
pirate ship over here, right?
Yeah, basically like well the Altel honestly, because we were like over here, right? Before we were like in the strait, we were like in this area.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm gonna say we might okay. Homie and the others, you take them aboard your vessel, and you just park it near the Altel district on this river. We'll take the other one up to the docks, further up here.
Okay.
So we'll just split off from where we are, because it doesn't really make sense for us to, like, park something here, that
Yeah.
they're gonna then have to go back down the strait and then go towards the Altel district. Because I imagine whatever dock they have is probably closer to the Altel district than to the main city.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
we'll just do that.
Wait.
And once that's done, we'll meet them. Like we'll tell them with Jason. We'll walk back to the Altel district with Jason.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah.
Would you like to continue and do your personal interactions tonight, or would you like to do it next time?
I wouldn't mind doing like. I guess if we want to, do we want to like do the Altel like just go to the Altel district and do that as the last bit tonight?
That sounds
That's
alright.
the
All
great
I
thing.
plan on doing is training on the way back, so I don't have any interactions to
Yep.
handle.
Yeah.
So we just wanna.
I'm just gonna res up the queen, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I guess other than like a conversation with Jason preceding Grayfang, we can just do those two interactions and that can be it tonight. If you want.
Which interactions again? The Alto District and.
Oh, if Jason had anything the other than what I just said there that we would tell Jason, if he has anything else he wants to add, um we can have a conversation there if you want, or we can just go to the Altel district and start that conversation now. And like accelerate time basically.
So while you're talking to Jason, something else will happen.
Alright, so I guess we should do that then.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Let me pull up some stuff for a moment. So I have
cool.
to remember.
Oh yeah, I guess we'll probably want to tell Magellan. We'll probably want to tell Jason that we're gonna need a wagon to take the chest back.
What
Oh
was
hey, my
that?
music's back. No, I was saying that I was saying to Magellan, we'll probably want to tell Jason that we'll need like a he'll need to get like a wagon or something so we can wheel the chest back to the Altel district.
Okay.
But that'll be like when we get there. That's something we'll tell him. So
All right.
How long does it take for us to get back to the town?
took us what, an hour to get out here, so an hour to get back. No,
Yeah.
wait, was
Well,
an
I
hour or
mean,
30 minutes? I can't remember.
it depends on. We searched for a long time, but I don't know how long it took us to get to the location we're at. Because we searched for
Seven or
8 hours.
6, 8
Because I've
hours. Yeah.
got
Mhm.
we did 1 hour, then another hour, then 4 hours, and 2 hours.
Yep.
So it was either 30 minutes or an hour. It's up to Lily.
It'll be around. We can say 45 minutes.
Okay.
So, when you come back and you, Stella, or Starsha, not Stella, Starsha and Magellan, you park the ship and you meet up with Jason, you'll tell Jason that bit of information that you did.
Yep.
And,
Also about the wagon and
yep. He'll turn to you and say, thank you for doing everything that you did. We really appreciate it. I'm sure that Grayfang will look forward to hearing about it. And he kind of leans in and he says, I have a bit of a concern. Um, do you remember the reporter that was here before
she'll
you
nod.
all came over?
Yep, she'll nod. Nod. Won't say anything though. She'll just nod.
And he'll look to Magellan too and say, you seemed particularly close with him. Well, not close necessarily, but like you knew him. Uh, do you perhaps know anything about his intentions or why he was asking all those questions? Hmm.
I kind of
He'll
look.
kind of
Go, sorry.
he'll kind of look around and say, he's he asked some weird questions that I wouldn't normally expect someone, a reporter, especially a human one, to ask about in this city.
Weird questions like. Sorry. Weird questions like.
He's asking about the current status or the current state of the Altel district and how it's operating and how everybody feels inside of it, and I don't know, it's just odd. I've never seen concern or interest about the district from anyone like that.
Hmm. Well, I would suppose that'd be a good thing, but I can imagine that there's something that feels off to you.
Maybe I just can't put a place on it.
From what I remember him telling us, I think he said he's some type of. I kind of look over to Magellan. Did he say he's some type of drifter, or did he say he lives nearby?
I thought he gave us a card, didn't he?
Right. He said that we could go and meet him at a place, and Hmm.
So he is local, or that's what I guess he is.
Perhaps he was hired by someone to look into the Altel district, or it's just a curiosity of his.
Mm.
Either way, it does smell a little fishy.
Hmm. Well, I don't know. Well, at least I can't speak for Magellan, but I don't know much about him other than our interaction with him. He wanted to ask us a lot of questions as well, from what I remember. Though I imagine that might have just been normal publicity stuff.
All right.
But it could relate to some. We'll talk about it when we get to Grayfang. I don't want to comment on operation while we're here.
Yes,
Like kind
of
of motion.
course. Um. Uh, Jason will nod, and he'll go ahead and walk with you to the Altel district.
All right. Oh, the wagon. I forgot. Do we have the wagon for the chest?
Oh yeah. Did you want to bring all of the chests and all of the items you found, or did you just want to bring the
Yes.
lockbox?
All the lockbox I have tucked in my shirt. So no one can. So it's in the concealed pocket, basically, on the shirt, on
Okay.
the armor jacket. The other stuff I do want to take because I don't want to leave that shit on the dock, so someone can trace it back to us. So we're taking that with us right now, while it's under a blanket.
Okay. All right.
And if somebody asks, we'll just say salvage materials.
Woo.
Or I guess Jason can, because we probably don't want to speak ourselves.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you'll go ahead and cart it back to the Altel district. Let's see. Do you want to roll? Do you go past the totem again? You want to take that path?
Yeah, I don't mind. I probably would say that, like, I guess that feels a little bit more comfortable for us. Or for me, at least. That place, so.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d4.
Oh boy. As I say, it makes me feel really comfortable here, and then all of a sudden, the totem's on fire!
Would you roll a 3? Okay. What the? Okay. As you enter the pavilion where the totem is, you'll see that there's a group of Altus regime people in a circle, like a semicircle. It looks like they're trying to box in two individuals by the totem. And it sounds like they're being a little bit aggressive. Their voices are raised. Sounds like they're hurling insults. So when you pass by and you look a little closer, it looks like the Altus regime people are harassing two lizardkin. And it sounds like they're saying that the lizardkin are to blame for the current state of Lapsus and for the curse that has been beset upon their friend.
I'll look
Yeah,
over to
they're just kind
Magellan
of.
and give him the look of, it's the should we get involved look. Alright, I'll look over to Jay. How does Jason look seeing this? Is this like, oh, this is as usual? Is this, should we get involved? Like, what does Jason look like he's about to do? That comment is probably going to affect us.
Jason's head is bowed down as if he's trying to ignore it, but you can tell he's a little heartbroken.
I'll just roll my eyes and just say, it's an investment. And I'll just start walking over that direction.
Alright.
So you said basically the Red Hawks right now are like they're pushing around some lizardkin. I am assuming the lizardkin are not doing really anything. They're just like getting pushed around.
Uh, I wouldn't say that the Altus regime people are touching them. They're just
Oh, they're just
kind of
screaming at them.
they're
Okay.
screaming at them and they're getting really close to them, but they're not like physically touching them.
I'll kind of
Lizardkin are just kind of standing there.
I'll kind of walk over. Do I want to say anything? Yeah, I will. Your shouting is quite loud. What are you screaming about?
At first, only one of them will turn around because the other ones are too occupied by screaming.
Mm-hmm.
One of them will just turn around and say, "This doesn't involve you. Maybe you should go somewhere else."
Well, you're right. So why are you yelling so loud in the middle of the damn night?
Because these vermin need to learn what they're doing to our beautiful town.
And you can't do that in a much quieter way that's not annoying as hell. I'll like pick up my ear a bit.
He'll say, "We'll do whatever we need to make our voices heard.
Oh, I can
This
hear
has
them,
gone
all
on for
right.
too long.
What are you even whining about?
This damn totem has placed a curse upon our friend, and this." Sorry.
No, it's alright. Get a drink, it's okay. I'd also like to imagine, like, in like, universe, they're just coughing because they've been screaming so much.
Quite literally.
Yeah, it's just...
They gotta bring water bottles with them for their shouting matches.
Yeah, it's all that fire, man, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Parches you. I'll, I'll, I'll kind of, like, mockingly be like, come on, spit it out.
He finishes his coughing fit and he says, "This their district is hurting our economy. It's ruining our entire sense of safety. It needs to go, and this totem especially needs to leave. They need to find a way to tear it out and restore those who've been affected by the curse, and they just need to get out."
Oh, so John's gonna interject. He's like, "All right, I'm not a, I'm not a scientist or anything, or a logic person, but what's your proof?"
The proof is all around you. And he's gonna widen his arms, and it's like it's late at night. Like
Yeah, it's just this random guy.
there's no one else around. It looks pretty normal. Like
Yeah, I was the
nothing.
same. It just looks like I just kind of like look left, look right. Mm-hmm. I can see around me.
There's telltale signs everywhere of their destruction and ruin. Like our town will be flourishing right now. It's supposed to be prime time for shopping. It's late in the evening. It's cooler out. People should be out buying things, but instead they're inside cowering in their homes. We need to stop this tyranny.
Can I just look for like a random person walking by at all, or is there anyone walking by at the moment?
There's some lizardkin that are just, or some lizardkin and beastkin that are just kind of like around having their normal picnics. There's not as many as you've seen before, but there's a few
Yeah.
of them. They're just
Basically,
kinda...
like nobody looks perturbed. Like no, other than their presence, nobody looks like perturbed. They're just like, you know, a nice picnic night.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
kind of nod, and I'm like, I think that you might have had a little bit too much to drink potentially.
He looks at you and he says, "How dare you insinuate that? I've had no drop of alcohol tonight. I'm only
Then
fueled
perhaps
by
a bit
my
of
desire."
madness has taken roots in your mind, because there's
It's
nothing wrong with what's around us right now.
there's no madness. The only madness is the one that's cursing my friend right now because of this totem.
All right, what friend of yours is cursed?
It's my friend Billy. He's been
Where's
unable
Billy?
to enjoy his life anymore because all he hears is this ringing in his ears. Ever since he's been around this totem, it's just been plaguing him. He can't live a full life. It's affected him, his livelihood. His wife can't take care of him. His child is suffering.
Just imagine he's just screaming this right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Like she'll kind of just nod. All right. And you're sure it's the tree? Or not tree, sorry, the totem.
I am very sure it's the totem. It couldn't be anything else. There's nothing else in the good part of this town that's corrupted like this damn thing is.
Well, from what I've heard, this totem hasn't been causing people to just start hearing ringing randomly in their ears forever. It sounds like it might be something new.
No, it's definitely been here for a while.
I
We've
didn't
been
say the
trying to remove it.
I kind of look over. No, numbnuts. I didn't say that the totem hasn't been here. I said the ringing. Kind of like snap my fingers. Pay attention. It's not that late. All right.
He kind of waves your hand away and he says, "For as long as the totem has been here, people have been affected by the curse."
Have they been trying to remove the totem since it's been here?
Yes.
I wonder why they might be getting cursed then. Perhaps just sitting by the totem won't do anything normally.
He says, "Actually, you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually have proof for that. Because one of my friends, who unfortunately turned upon all of us, he'll gesture to the rest of the Altus regime people,
Mm-hmm.
attempted to save the totem by standing in front of it and trying to be a wall for it. And after standing there for too long, he came out, he was gone. He was forever changed.
Forever
It's the
changed.
curse, I tell you. No matter who, no
Alright.
matter what your intentions are, it will affect you."
Alright, you're loud, you're annoying. I'm going to go towards the totem and check to see if there's anything weird with the totem.
There's nothing weird with the totem. The totem is as normal as always.
I'm looking around it. Anything weird? Any like weird cursed symbols or something? I don't know what a cursed symbol would look like. But you know what I mean? Like any type of weird symbols or something that like is not matching the other iconography on the totem.
You can roll a what's the knowledge soul, or is it
Oh no,
the one
soul
that
energy.
replaced?
That one
Yeah, the one that
or soul
replaced.
sensing.
Yeah, that.
Wait, soul sensing that one or knowledge soul
Yeah,
energy?
soul sensing.
All right, I actually think I have a good soul sensing. Plus, I think it's 6. 1 second. It's either 4 or 6. Let me check. Let me confirm. Knowledge or not knowledge? It's soul sensing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will wander over, kind of hold out my hand and sense. It's a 5, so it's gonna be a 21. As I kind of hold out my hand and kind of try to sense if there's any weird energy about this totem, since they keep bitching about some type of curse.
You don't sense anything weird at first.
Mm-hmm.
You're just kind of standing there. You
As
feel.
I said, nothing. Oh, sorry.
You do feel that they're, because you hear the music.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you know that like the music isn't coming from nowhere.
Yeah, I know that. Like the tune is some type of like magical effect on the totem, but
You can almost feel like a pulsing, like a thrumming. It's very light. It's feather light, but you can almost feel it like in time with the music that you hear. And there's also like, if you imagine a band, there's like the main guitar and the bass.
yeah.
The one that you're feeling is the main guitar, but like in the background, there's an even lower thrum that's happening that you can feel. That's like the bass. It's
It
not
doesn't
in
feel
tune
like
with the current music.
that's what I was gonna. So it doesn't feel in tune. You said.
Yeah.
So something actually. So if I hear that, like as I'm kind of like, see, I told you, there's nothing, and I kind of stop, and I hear that off tune thing. I guess from the outside, or not outside, from Magellan's perspective, my ear will kind of like flitter a bit, like I'm hearing something off. I'll kind of crook my neck. That's off beat. Can I follow that tune, that off tune beat, to something?
Uh, you can try, but you're not going to be able to um, understand it.
Hmm.
It's going so erratically. Like as soon as you think you've latched onto it, it changes.
So I guess the thing I would to confirm for me, it doesn't feel like that should be there, right? Like it feels like something is out of tune.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Something seems off. I'll kind of mummer out. The totem. Do I recall? Because I've heard the tune before. Do I recall this kind of off tune part before?
No, no, you've
So it's
never heard
new.
this before.
So yeah. So whatever this is something I haven't heard the last two times. Okay.
Yeah, and it's
I'll
not
kind of look.
even like it's actual music. It's like a different. It's not even attempting to make a beat. It's just a
It's
thrumming
just like
that's like
it's
random.
like the cymbal monkey in the back, just like smacking the
Yes,
thing over and
exactly.
over again. Um, I kind of like I kind of like yeah. Something's off about the totem. It's it's like an out of tune song, not entirely, but someone. It's like someone in the background cracking two plates together, like something really really off that doesn't seem like it was part of the melody. Hmm. Kind of look over to Magellan. They might not entirely be wrong. Something does seem off about the totem now. And I'll kind of look over to them. New wrong with the totem.
The Altus regime person that you were talking to earlier has fully detached from you and is just back to yelling at the two lizard.
Hmm. Where are the guards? I'll kind of motion to Jason. We'll meet you at the Altel district.
Jason will nod and say thank you. And
He can take the wagon, and so
yeah,
so it's not here when the guards get here.
yep.
And I'll hand it. Look over. Is there any guards around?
Yes, there will be guards if you search like outside of the area of the totem. So there's
Yeah,
going to
like
be
the
no
outside the compound.
guards near it, or
Yeah. So okay. I was wondering that too. There were no guards around during this entire time, right? They just
no,
didn't.
no. There's no
Um,
guards in the pavilion. You'd have to search outside of the pavilion.
I'll tell Magellan to stay here just so they don't do anything stupid, and obviously the Altus regime people I'm talking about, and I will
Mm-hmm.
head over to see if I can grab a guard and say basically like there's a situation happening by the totem.
All right. The guard will look at you and they'll ask, "What kind of situation?"
Screaming match. I don't want it to turn into anything physical, but I figured that you being a god for the town, you should be a little bit concerned about the citizenry in the area nearby.
Uh,
These people with red hawks or whatever. Oh well, I know their name right because of my lore thing. These
yeah.
Altus regime looking people are driving a big issue at the moment about the totem.
The guard will nod and he'll say, "Those bastards, they're always up to something over there."
Mm.
He kind of looks left and right and he says, "I'll go and try to resolve it and I'll try to make it quick.
Mm.
Shall we walk together?"
Yep, I'll walk with them.
All right. And he'll walk with you, and then he'll go over to the people, to the Alphys regime people, and he'll tell them to stop. Sorry.
It's alright.
He'll tell them to stop, and he'll recommend that they reach out to their local resources for anything that they may need help with, and he'll give them, and he'll remind them that the captain of the guard and the mayor are willing to listen to them. But he'll recommend that they go to the captain of the guard if they have any concerns. And he says, I can call him over right now if you want. And the Altus people just kind of go, no, it's okay. You don't need any trouble. And they will de-escalate and walk away, albeit begrudgingly. And they'll walk away with the suggestion that they go meet with the captain of the guard.
Did me and Magellan get any dirty looks for our involvement?
No. Surprisingly, they look more despondent that they lost their yelling match with the Lizardkin and with the guard's presence. They're just kind of murmuring to themselves angrily.
In Sarge's head, be happy the guards were around, because I would have just shot you in the head and kept walking. But anyway. Listen, noise complaints, get a bullet, alright?
Mm-hmm.
I have very sensitive ears, okay. I'll kind of just look over towards the Lizardkin that we're getting accosted. Do they look like they're doing fine? I won't really say anything unless they say anything to me.
Yeah,
Or,
they'll just they'll nod to you and they'll say
I'll just
thank
give them a nod
you.
back.
And they'll walk back over to their picnic, and looks like they've settled down for the rest of their meal. And the guard is nowhere to be found anymore. He booked it the fuck out after the Alsace regime people left.
I'll kind of say to Magellan, alright, let's head over to the Altel district. We should probably inform Grayfang about this. Something's not right about the totem, though. I don't think it'll affect any of us. Well, your fiend, and mostly. Kind of look over at him considering that last time. And I'm a kitsune. I don't think it'll affect any of us or even them, oddly. But it does seem like something... I think someone might have done something to the totem recently. The last few nights, the totem had this wonderful melody that was playing. Like a beautiful symphony. And it's still there, but there's something thrumming, like I said, I'm saying this as we're walking out of the area as well, but like someone slamming two things together out of tune deliberately. It feels like something intertwining with the tune. It doesn't feel like it matches or belongs. I think that might be what's negatively affecting some people. I'd heard before when we talked to the people there, the other beastkin, they had said that the totem has definitely had its fair share of oopsie-doopsies for people that mess with it. But normally they have to physically try to remove it. I don't even think touching it really does anything, but the fact that if what they're saying was true about a friend of theirs feeling something poor, but just standing in front of the totem, that means that something else has happened. Either way, it's something we should ask Grayfang about when we get there. I'm sure they have more information considering they've been here longer than we have. Yep, I just say that until we get to the Altel district.
Alright.
I didn't want to keep everybody else from speaking too long.
Yep. So you'll get to the fluffy bar. You'll enter. Grayfang will be sitting at one of the tables in the back, looking inconspicuous as possible. And when you approach, he'll look up and say, "Ah, you're back."
Are
I trust you
Marleon
on
and the
good
others back here yet?
They were coming back.
They would have parked the vessel by the coast, unless they decide to stay at the coast. I didn't know if they were going to come up here or not. That's fine. We'll send for. That's cool. We'll send for someone to go. So I guess first things first, and I noticed that they're not here. I'll say, oh, did Jason inform you about the situation?
Oh yes, Jason was able to bring everything that you had, and it's in the back right now. And we can go through
Did you?
it. We can go over there right now if you like.
Sure. While we talk, that would be fine. Though, did he tell you about the fact that the rest of us are south of the Altel district right now?
Yes.
Could you send for someone to go get them? I imagine you don't want to leave them out there too long, just in case anyone does pass by or something. Not sure how
Mm-hmm.
much that river's used.
He will. Hold on.
Do I
In a
need to roll
momento.
something?
444. No, I need to find. Oh, he says, I'll send Krim. She'll gather.
Krim is the daughter, right? Yeah, daughter.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Considering, well, I guess it's Magellan and I here, so the adults are here. It's cool. Like, as we're kind of walking, I guess as we're walking out of the thing to check the stuff, I'll motion for Grayfang, and go into my chest pocket and grab out the lockbox for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is what you were looking for.
Yes, it is. Mm. He'll reach out his hand and say, "Ma'am."
Starsha will hand it to her, or to him, sorry, and kind of as as she's letting it go to him, she'll say, yeah, I guess she'll just say, "Are you?" No, actually, never mind. She'll just hand it to her, and then after a moment, she'll look over and say, "Do you know what's inside that?"
Hmm. I have an idea, although I have no idea the exact contents. I suppose we'll find out. Uh, but first, of course, your payment. And Griffin will reach in and grab your payment for the quest.
Just saw what
Which is 500 gold.
But we want to wait till everyone's here to talk. So for now, let's just go through the items.
Okay.
So just so everyone's here for like RP, I just want to make sure.
We can move back to the ship. Homie, would you like to do your rizzing?
I could do some rizzing.
Do some rizzing.
I got your jazz on, homie.
After everybody leaves, and well, after Starsha and Magellan leave, Gathor, Marliana, you, and the rest of the pirate crew are on the ship. And the pirate crew is currently piloting the ship over towards the river by the Altel district. And they look pretty comfortable. And the captain is currently in her room trying to figure out her beauty situation. If you would let her go, I don't know if you still want to have.
I mean, in the beginning, yeah, I'd let her go. I mean,
Okay.
like,
Where's
let
she
her
gonna
do
go?
whatever. Yeah,
She
on a boat.
She would request to go to her room and figure out like her skin and her hair, and Gothor would probably say that she can go with the captain to try and heal her, or that she can heal her first, and then have the captain go spend some alone time and kind of process her new beauty regimen.
I mean, that's up to her whether she gets healed or first after. But I mean, I'm not gonna follow her immediately, but knowing where the captain room is, I'd probably go in like maybe half an hour after her, just to make sure she got herself situated, and like I'd just like knock on the door and see if yeah, be like hello, see if she lets me in.
What was that?
No.
I'll knock on her door, like I don't. Well, did she get the heal first, or did she decide to do the heal afterwards?
She gets the heal first, so she can spend some alone time.
I mean, I'll give her about 30 minutes of alone time,
Hmm.
and then I guess after 30 minutes, go knock on her door.
She would open, and she would say, "Ah, it's you. Hello.
And I'm like, hi. So I mean, never really caught your name. If we're gonna be working together in the future, then I guess names are probably in order.
She nods and she says, "My name is Rebecca." Um, she kind of looks over. She says, "Would you like to come in?"
Sure, if you wouldn't mind, yeah. I guess I'll step in.
Yep. She opens the door a little wider and then closes it behind you. She does look a little better. Her skin is still slightly pink, but she looks a lot less roasted than she did before. But her hair is definitely a sight to be seen. Uh, she's actually in the process of basically shaving it down almost all the way so she's bald, but just having a little bit of fuzz. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, she has to start growing it out from even. So yeah, makes sense. So I'm like, I don't know if I've said my name. I'm Homie, by the way, Homie Jones.
Homie Jones. That's an interesting name.
Yeah, it's where am I from again? What's it called?
Gara?
Gara.
I don't know where in Gara, but
The
Gara.
mage area. I don't know wherever is
Sure, the
popular
mage area.
with mages.
I mean, they have like magical colleges or like stuff, so that's not like out of there.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So yeah, it's a Garan name. Like I think.
She says, "I've never been to Gara."
Uh, it's it's alright actually. Honestly, I'm not even gonna talk it up. It's alright.
Well, if
Definitely
you say
starts
it's
with an
alright, then perhaps it is. I would imagine it is. I trust
So
you.
how does how does one such as yourself find themselves out in the seven oceans, not seas really? You're a freshwater pirate.
Well, my younger sister was having some issues with money, and I was hoping that I could help her raise some money for her education that she wanted so much.
I see. So you had a good
She, want,
cause.
she wanted to go into art, but obviously it's not one that's it's not an education that's easily bought. It's rather expensive considering what it is.
I see, and I mean, how's the progress, or how long ago has this been?
Progress has been pretty good, for the most part. We've had a few failures along the way, but most of them didn't really amount to anything too drastic, which is a good thing. But we made a lot of money selling the things that we took off trade ships. And the only thing that we were doing was simply transferring the money back to a different cause. It's the same goods and they were going to the same place. What's the harm in the. There's no harm in the local economy.
I mean, plus, I mean, I don't any fault. Everyone's got to live in their own way. Some methods are more gruesome than others, but I mean, You know, whatever keeps your heart beating, then all for it. But
I'm glad that you think that way. It's not often that you find those that believe that.
so I mean, I now that we're imploring you. I mean, hopefully, don't we pay you the right amount and enough to hopefully keep funding your sister's art.
She kind of smiles and looks down. And she says, I hope so. But, what employ do you find yourselves in? Are you. You don't look like pirates yourselves, but you
We're
were looking for the same thing we were.
we're I think a makeshift guild team at the moment. We find ourselves in a really weird situation where we all woke up in a room. I'm only half thinking this experience is only real. I'm under speculations that most of this is just a coma dream, probably one would call it. Uh, but testing my luck here. If it's a coma dream, I might as well enjoy it by, you know, first finding a lovely maiden like yourself.
Oh my
You
god.
caught my eye. I didn't think I'd find someone as attractive as yourself in the waters.
She, she kind of gives you a weird look when you mention a coma dream. Like, she doesn't believe you, and she's just kind of like, okay, weirdo. But then you say, the lovely lady, and then she's beautiful, and she kind of goes to finger her non-existent hair. It's like
The air
it's
twirl.
like, yeah, no, it's like she tries to fiddle with it, but it's not there, and then she quickly puts her hand back down, like realizing it's not there anymore. And she looks at the skin on her hands and on her arms, and she says, "Thank you, although I'm not quite sure it's true anymore."
Nonsense. I'm sure that beauty will grow back, but I mean, still, the beauty is and mostly on the inside anyway.
There's a small little genuine smile as she looks up at you through her eyelashes. Uh,
Hey, time, those are still there. Dodge. Just kidding. I'm being nice.
um, what else does she want to say? Um, what kind of work do you usually find yourself doing for the guild?
Oh well, I mean, before I joined the guild, I was a home aide for my grandmother. She's very what is it? Not schizophrenia. The one where you forget. Where's the one where you forget?
Alzheimer's.
Yeah, Alzheimer's.
Oh no, Alzheimer's.
Maybe I got Alzheimer's. um, yeah, so I often took care of my grandmother. Before that, I served in the war. But I mean, for guild work, just whatever pops up. If we're requested for something, mostly collecting seaweed for whatever recipe. What I don't even remember what recipe we got out of that seaweed quest.
She says, "Well, I would say the recipe may not be useful if you don't remember it, but." She says, best watch out that you don't get Alzheimer's as well. She kind of gives you a wink.
I mean, if I did, that means every time I look at you, I'll just fall all over again.
Kill me.
Roll a charm.
My fucking shit. Where is this when I actually talk to women? Oh fuck, never mind. That's where it is. That's about the result I expect. That's why.
Yeah.
The homie Rizz is dying down after the nat 20.
Yeah.
She just kind of laughs and says, "You're funny."
She's like Alzheimer's is no joke.
Alzheimer's is no joke, homie. You need to eat your vegetables.
Is that how you prevent Alzheimer's?
Yeah, is that how you prevent Alzheimer's? I didn't know that.
Shit. Better get me some motherfucking carrots.
Vegetable every night. You kidding me?
Start knocking on that doctor's office. You won't expect the fucking breakthrough I just found. Alzheimer's, I think, is a pass.
Curable by carrots and broccoli.
Yep.
And she'll just say, "It's interesting to hear about your past. I never expected you for a former soldier."
Yeah, well, it was the. No, I'm just like making this as I go. But has there been a mage war?
Has there been a mage war?
Like a war between mages and.
Other than the Great War, which would have involved mages? I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, I'm weird. Has that been too long ago? Or has that been like, is that a recent war?
When you say like what the Great War, it's been 14 years. Would you say?
Yep, I've been in the Great War. Yep, me.
Yeah, that was that would have probably been the biggest conflict that like just recently happened. There's been like small ones, but like pretty much since the guild has been around, it's been minor issues or squabbles. So.
Yep, Great War. Me, participant.
Mm-hmm.
I was there. Vietnam.
Yeah, I was in Vietnam. Oh,
Vietnam
God.
flashbacks just playing in the background.
You gotta hit her with the I was on the beaches of the what was it called?
I was in the trenches.
What was the big one when Lapsus like burned fucking Gara's coast? What was it called? Operation something?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Operation Jungle Rush. That's it. It was Operation
that's
Jungle
what it
Rush.
was.
That one. Yeah, that was when Lapsus they basically tried to storm Gara. It failed really badly, and they got really pissy and just set fire to like most of the coast and cities, killing a lot of people. They got
Yep, I was there.
Yeah.
Putting out fires.
Yeah, it was a fucking atrocity. It was really bad.
She looks at you, homie, and she says, "Oh my god. That's really serious. I'm glad. Sorry, that was a hiccup. I'm glad you were able to get through it. How do you feel about your time in the service?"
You know, I don't really think of it too much. You know, if I'm gonna live in that nation, I might as well die protecting it. But I didn't die, so I don't think I really got anything out of it other than some nightmares here and there. Fireworks tend to make me, itch a little bit. But I still do combat. It made me stronger. It definitely made me a stronger person. The strong person I am today.
How much of this is truth? I'm asking you as the DM.
Honestly, all of it, because I never made a backstory until now.
It's just backstory yet.
Yeah.
Still working on it.
There you go.
If you're asking me as like a person that wrote a lot of this, like if this would be true, yes. If he was a Garan soldier, especially part of Operation Jungle Rush or anything like that, yeah, it would be completely understandable.
And you know what?
Honestly, the fact that he doesn't really hate Lapsus is probably like a godsend right now.
And that's why I call myself a mage, probably because I have some brain trauma, but I'm actually not a mage. Or maybe I forgot all my spells. I don't know. That's still in the work. But yeah, I consider myself a muscle mage.
She's just staring at you like, what? Her, she cannot compute. There is math going on in behind her eyes, and she is unable to understand. Uh, we got the math lady gif going on here.
Yeah.
So
Um,
basically, I don't do spells, but I enchant my muscles, and you know, muscle magic.
that's a lot. That's intense.
Yeah, but fireball, all that, nah, that ain't for me. But enough about myself. What's your, what have you been through other than surviving for, or not really surviving, but working for your sister's tuition?
Well, I was mostly just a maid.
A maid.
I grew
Ooh.
up. Yes, I'm very familiar with cleaning, and I spent a lot of time cleaning the homes of those, well, more fortunate than I was. But I made money. It wasn't anything spectacular.
Mm. Rebecca, I think we'll have a bright future together.
uh, Rebecca will laugh, a cute little laugh, and she'll say, "We'll see where it goes."
I'll see myself out. I'll let you continue doing whatever it was. You know, and if you ever need me or something, you know where to find me.
Thank you, and thank you for being a gentleman.
Yeah, I try.
And
Yeah, he's not a sleaze all the time, you know.
you see yourself out, homie. You step out of the room, kind of puff your chest out, like I did it.
I didn't fumble. I didn't fumble it. And if
And
this is a
as you walk,
Jokes
simulation,
on
goddamn.
Marliana.
Wait, what about Mariana?
I said
as
let's
you
see if it
walk
works on
out and you
Marliana.
walk down the hallway towards the top deck again, uh, one of the swabbers is walking past you, and he says, "Oh, hello there. Were you watching our captain? I assume she's okay."
Yep, she's doing fine. Just doing some personal care at the moment.
Hmm. Yes, I imagine she needs a lot of that, unfortunately. Well, care to join me for a game of cards? I'm a little bored.
Sure, game of cards. I remember playing that back in the war days.
And he'll sit you down with a table and a stack of cards, and he'll talk to you about your life and the war and the things you saw and how you feel about them. And I think that pretty much does it, unless you want to say something else until Prim comes to collect you all.
I think just casual general talk is fine.
Let's get to Grayfang. I got some shit I want to tell her. Tell her. Sorry,
Marliana,
fuck.
you
My
were.
bad.
Yeah, you're fine. What was that?
No, I misspoke. I said her. I meant to say him. I said fuck. My bad.
Oh, no, you're fine. Uh, Marliana, you wanted to train, right? And you rolled the 18 earlier for it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't plan on talking to anyone unless someone approaches me.
I'm surprised you didn't say anything to that comment I said.
What did you say? I
Never
heard
mind.
my name, but that was it. There was a lot going on,
Never mind.
I think.
You'll find out.
Okay. So yeah, how long? So I know you said 45 minutes to get back, and then they left. So I assume an hour minimum has passed. But how long
Mhm.
total? I just wrote down an hour for now.
Uh, to get to the place that you would park at the Alto District, or to get to wait for Krim to come collect you?
Probably
Until
both,
someone
right?
collects us.
What was that? What was
I said
that?
until someone collects us.
Okay. Until someone collects you, it'd probably be total 30 hours.
Wait, what?
Am
30
I am I
hours?
am I
Three.
stupid?
Wait, out 30 hours? How long?
Three. She said
No,
three. She said.
3.
Oh my god, my fucking ball, my thing is broke. I fucking heard 30 and I was like, what?
You're okay. I also heard 30, but I went to like
Okay, I think it wasn't like, I think it was my signal. It stretched out when she said 3 to 30 and it sounded like she said 30. I was like, what? How long were we gone?
about 30 hours.
I was like, holy shit, what do we do? That totem was a fucking time portal or something. But sorry, my bad. I just misheard. Okay.
Otherwise, DM about to transport you into another realm.
I guess so. It's like my bad. We're off the rails now, boys. Um Alright. So yeah, I guess like I said, we'll wait until Grayfang gets here. Would Grayfang have been able to open the other chest? Or have someone do that during that time? Or
Yeah, yeah,
alright.
you would.
You can I mean, you don't have to post it now. You could just paste it in after the session what we get. I don't think it's going to be really like important yet.
Mhm.
So, since we can just get to the talking part. I loved how the jazz was for that part with Homie.
Yes.
So, I guess while she's unlocking the chest and stuff, me and Magellan would probably just have casual conversation with her. I think we'd probably just like inform her about like the pirates that we got and then what we're propositioning, and if she thinks or he thinks it's a good idea.
Mhm.
Um,
He would reply that he thinks it's a good idea as long as they they have no affiliation with the people who hired them.
No, I would assure that I would assure him that based on what they told us and what I checked in their in the captain's diary, it seems like they were quite literally just random like well, not raiders, but random pirates, opportunist pirates that like they got to do this job. And honestly, I would kind of stress that they might have some skills that they just didn't show off the best with us, but overall, I think the intention was that these people were probably supposed to be a scapegoat, as in like they were probably supposed to get like do whatever they did by destroying the ship or keeping anyone from getting it, and get offed eventually, and they get blame everything on pirates. So I basically would say that like, their employer is not really looking for them at the moment, I'd imagine.
Okay. Grayfang will accept that, and
Um, I guess I'd also ask, considering we don't know the employer, I would probably tell her or him, sorry, what the pirate captain. It was pirate captain we talked to, right? She told that
yeah,
was the one that told us all this. I
yep.
would tell him what she told us about how, um, basically like they had been propositioned to keep this thing hidden, to destroy anything that got close, and then eventually probably destroy the ship. But like we got there before they could do anything.
Mhm.
But I'll
Cool.
wait. The specific details of things. I'm gonna wait until the party's all the way here, and then I'll bring it up then.
Mhm.
So
All right. You want to go ahead and do the talking part now while it's on your brain, and then
yeah, because I will definitely forget everything on my head right now.
okay. Uh, so Homie and Marliana, Krim will come and collect you both and the pirates, and she'll instruct you to keep the ship where it is, and that you'll come back to it later. But Magellan and Starsha requested your presence at the Fluffy Bar for a discussion. And she'll bring you back, and you'll travel to the Alto District, which isn't far, and you'll get to the Fluffy Bar, and she'll lead you into the back where Starsha and Magellan are, along with Grayfang, and I assume someone will say everybody's here,
Mm-hmm.
and you can go ahead and start where you'd like to.
I kind of look over. All right, so I filled Grayfang in on exactly what happened for the most part, and what we were told by. Well, I don't know. Are the pirates in here, or are they with like Jason and the others or something?
They would be in here.
All right, that's fine. They're in cahoots, so they might as well. We might as well just say. So yeah, what the captain? I don't know her name, so I'm just gonna say what the captain, former captain. No, I guess she's the captain of the rest. Their captain said. And then I'll kind of look over, and that leads us back to this thing. It shot a gout of fire out when Miss Captain here tried to pick the lock. So whatever it is, it's sealed with a nice trap, and it's got a pretty good lock on it. It's got to be something important. Which makes me ask, Grayfang, who... I'm sure... Well, you already told me you can't tell me, or tell us, who downed it, we'll just say, or how that information came to you. Why were you looking for it, though? What's in this thing? What do you suspect, I guess, is in this thing?
He says, I suspect there's some kind of information that we can use against the Church of Avarice. If I've been hearing that there have been some scandals with them as of late, regarding particularly their transfer of funds.
Funds? What have they been paying for? Or who have they been paying for?
I don't know. That's what I'm hoping this can provide us with.
Avarice been breathing down your necks lately? Actually, that makes me... I kind of snap my fingers. Oh, it almost slipped my mind. Earlier, I kind of looked at Magellan. Earlier when we were walking back with Jason, I don't know if he mentioned it, there was a little fiasco that was happening by the totem in the town.
Mm-hmm.
There was some, not Avarice, but Altus people, the Red Hawks. I'm sure you've heard of them. They were in the area. They were, I guess, shouting at some of the lizardkin or beastkin in the area as well. They were blaming them for a bunch of stuff. I'm not exactly sure what. Just in general, I think whatever the situation, the town didn't seem that bad, so I don't really know what they were complaining about. I just know they were loud. Picks her ear a bit. But for the most part, they said something about the curse, the thing that I talked to you about before.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. I know I'm bouncing a lot here with what we've been talking about. This curse, you told me the other day that it's existed somewhat, but it's more of like a bad luck string. And normally pretty much you told me that it only happens when people try to specifically mess with the totem, or try to move it or break it or something.
Yes.
What does this curse normally affect? How does it normally affect them?
It normally affects their ability to think. It will. Sorry, I just scrolled away from it. Hold on.
It's alright.
It makes them a little bit jittery.
Jittery. That's
a little
it?
bit more on edge. Perhaps like they've lost a little bit of their sanity.
Well, that's definitely not good. Perhaps it could just be
Yes.
a hysteria thing. The way that they were describing it, though, they made it seem like there was something new that was happening.
How do you mean?
I don't know. Just it could just be whoever those red hot people. It could just be them trying to drive up a fuss. I mean, anything's possible, of course. And considering the way they were acting, I wouldn't put it past them to just be driving up a fuss. But something didn't seem right. The tune I was hearing, well, when we're around it, I've heard it before. Marliana, me, I kind of, homie didn't hear it, right?
Hear what?
The tune last time, was it just me and
No,
Marliana?
I nothing happened to me.
Yeah, I kind of think, I kind of just say that. Well, other than me and Marliana, we heard the tune, but something was different. When we last heard the tune, it was, well, rhythmic, a nice symphony, very beautiful, let's say. But while I was walking over there and kind of being indignant about it, I started sensing around the totem, and I could hear something off about the totem, like a purposeful, out of tune chord. It's something I hadn't heard before, even all at least 3 times I had been there. It was the first time. I don't know exactly. I wanted to ask you if you've heard something like that before from the totem. I assume you've been to it.
I have been to it,
Anything
but
like that?
the only thing I hear is the melody that you speak of.
No purposeful, out of tune, something like like a chime loudly ringing in the back of the tune. It it's not necessarily enough to really superly negatively affect the symphony, but it's enough to notice, you know?
I've never heard such a thing, actually.
Hmm. If you get the chance, you might want to try going tomorrow or something to check it out. Whatever, I think that there was something that might be wrong with the totem now, more so than normal. Though honestly, if it is actually cursing people, I probably should at least have that taken off of it if it's possible. Maybe the Alto Latel could do something about that.
uh, he kind of he kind of says, I honestly don't know if they could
Hmm.
do anything about it, or if they would know what to do. They might, but
Well, don't get me wrong. I think if you should still keep the curse about trying to remove the damn thing. But maybe a melody that plays that just can happen to be heard by any random person or, creature that walks by. Don't think they should lose their sanity over that, if possible. But besides the point, I just wanted to inform you of it. Maybe have you look into it. I'm concerned, to say the least.
very well. I will. I'll see what I can do.
Mm. And back to the main thing about who we
Mm-hmm.
suspect. Considering our pirates here and what they were going out to seek, who else do you think would have known about this crash or wreckage? Other than yourself, of course.
Well, it would have been obviously the Church of Avarice, and
Of course.
the ones who informed me of it. But
Hmm.
those are the only ones that I would know.
Do you know who would hire potentially to keep that hidden? I guess probably not.
Perhaps the church themselves.
I have a suspicion it might be someone else in the town.
Hmm.
I don't think it's a coincidence that these freshwater pirates were hired, well, around the Quald area, and also that this wreckage happened near the Quald area. Did Jason? Okay, wait.
There was, I think I remember, I could be misremembering, so correct me if I'm wrong. Did Jason say something when we left out about, because there was a reason we had to stay hidden,
Mm-hmm.
relatively speaking. Like, was there some type of, not really order, but subtle, like, vessels weren't allowed to go in a certain area thing?
No. Um,
Okay. I know we obviously weren't supposed to say, hey, we're going to look for a wrecked traveler's vessel, but was there any indication that, like, people weren't allowed to go searching for things, scavenging or something? Because if
there was
not, then I won't
actually
say anything.
there was no order like that put out that you know of.
Okay. I guess I could ask. That would also help. I asked if Jason's there. Was there any
Mhm.
like, was there any, was there any reason to suspect that people were not supposed to
Oh
be
no,
scavenging in the area that we were in, or possibly that?
he died.
IP.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where did I cut out?
Any reason to suspect?
Was there any reason to suspect? Sorry, fuck. Was there any reason to suspect that the gods, or not the gods, that fuck, I lost my train of thought. Basically, what I was asking was there any reason to suspect that there would possibly be like we weren't allowed, we not just we, but anyone wasn't allowed in the area we were in, potentially, or that there was some type of what's the word I'm looking for? Indication. Yeah, like even if it wasn't like, oh, you're not allowed to go here, just like subtle things, even just like, hey, fishers had their stuff had to get moved today, so you're only fishing in this area of the strait, or something like, basically anything that would seem innocuous but could seem, but with the hindsight, be deliberate about keeping us away. Because the reason why is, I guess, going back to Starship's voice, my suspicion is that somebody in Quald higher up might be involved. We still don't know. You said that your contact wasn't the one that took down the vessel, correct?
Jason kind of thinks, and he says, "I think I remember something about a suggestion that everyone on the river stay out of a certain area, or less of a certain area and more of a general area." Um,
Hmm.
what was the last question?
Um, the last question was, fuck. Someone please help me. My brain.
I'm sorry, I don't remember what it
No, it's
was.
all right. Starship's brain's working overtime. Someone please help me. What did I say?
What did you say?
Everyone's brains are broken. I think it was, I had asked. Fuck, I had asked because, okay, so that confirms that. I was saying that I suspected it could be somebody directly, like someone directly involved could be involved with like Quald in like a higher up way, is what I was saying.
Uh huh.
Um,
And you asked about the contact that
right. So
Grayfang
I asked
had.
about the contact. Yeah, that was it. I asked if the contact is the one that took down the vessel, but I think Grayfang already told us no. They just told them where it would be.
Yeah, that's what Grayfang would he would say. Not that I'm aware of. They just told me where it would be.
All right. My suspicion is that it's either that, well, there's only three people that I think would have enough effect, influence, etc. that we know of at least. You could probably fill in the blanks yourself. Maybe there's some other, you know, tycoons out there that could be involved with this. And of course, opening that box is going to tell us a lot more in a moment, but Eobon, potentially. The god captain, I mean, he's a god captain. It should be pretty obvious why. And the only other person I could think besides Fari, who I really don't think is the one that we're looking for, but it could be, is the mayor, who we've never talked to, and I don't believe we've ever seen. We've just heard reference to him a few times.
Hmm. Well, considering that I have mixed reports of Eobon's behavior, but reports that suggest he's not intending bad things. I could only assume that it could be the mayor.
Hmm. Well, tell us about the man while you're opening this. I'll kind of sit down. What do you
Mm-hmm.
know about this? You mentioned him. Yeah, because we talked a little bit about. I think he mentioned him before to us, just
Mm-hmm.
loosely. Alan,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I guess I don't know because I think it was just me and Magellan here during that time. So I guess can you fill us
Yeah.
in a bit about Alan while you're opening that?
He's apparently a man built on tradition. I believe he's tried to keep many things in the world fixed as they were in history. And that
So
means,
that means the totem, right?
not necessarily. In
Oh,
history, yes, the history being that whenever he does public speeches about the welfare of all, he never mentions the welfare of our people here in this district.
right. So more lapsus tradition.
Yes. Also, I need to go to the bathroom again.
You're fine.
Oh, lovely. I need to go to the bathroom again. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. I thought you were going already.
Uh, I got distracted. Okay, I'm going now.
No one got any suspicions or questions other than Starsha right now?
Nope.
That's
I
fair.
don't. Honestly, Marliana doesn't have enough information to make guesses. Outside of knowing that we did the quest for this guy who owns this tavern or whatever, that's all I was informed of. We're doing this quest in secret for this guy.
Yeah, and you're like, yep, that's all right. Nothing weird or anything about that.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. What about you, Magellan?
I'll be honest. I'm not too keen on who else could really be at play here.
Homie?
What happened?
Could it could be Brian, who knows?
What about Brian? Who's Brian?
Just introduced to Brian like 8 hours ago,
Oh wait,
or
I
however long
thought
this quest has
I
been
thought that was
happening. So
Dave.
I mean,
Dave was the one who
we
brought
met.
me.
No, that was you're thinking of the one dude, the racist dude on the one vessel. That's not Dave. What was his name? Dunnan. That was Dunnan. No, Brian was the guy we met when we came back the first day on that was yesterday, right?
Me personally,
oh wait, he's the reporter.
yeah.
Reporter, yeah.
Me personally,
I don't know any. I couldn't tell. I mean, he just is a reporter. He's curious. He asks a lot of questions. But that, for me personally, that's no reason to suspect him
Yeah, I
of
mean that's
anything.
not like anything inherently suspicious. But go ahead, sorry.
I
That was what I was thinking too. I'm like, is he a spy or something? Because I mean, we again, legitimately, Marliana's or Eli's correct here. We have actually no reason to suspect him. Starsha just naturally suspects everybody. So,
yeah, and I'm the opposite. I naturally don't suspect
yeah,
anyone.
so,
So
like especially since like Jason brought it up to her, that made her spy like espionage. This guy could be like doing something. It can made her go really high up. Again, he hasn't done anything inherently like bad. I'm not saying that. There's not really a reason to suspect him other than just how Starsha is.
What are we suspecting?
yeah,
Basically, okay. So currently, the suspicion is somebody in Qual because the way the vessel was taken out. Obviously, Grayfang. You know, if we trust Grayfang here, which I don't think we have a reason to not, considering he said that his contact's not the one that took it down. They're just basically the ones that heard about it, probably saw it and found out about it and were like, we can get this information, let's try to get it, right? Grayfang wants this.
We
That's
probably should
cool.
have made more checks about the ship to see how it was taken down.
Yeah, we didn't really do that, did we?
We
that would have probably been pretty smart, but too late now, I guess. But yeah, what we're trying to figure out, I almost said Roy, I'm sorry. We're trying to figure out, homie, is what exactly, so who exactly is the one that took down the ship, for one, because it might relate to the, well, basically it's the person who hired the pirates here, or the group, or we don't know if it's a person or a group. I think it's probably a person, because I think the pirates mentioned mentioned it would being someone that hired them, but they don't know who that person was. They probably obscured themselves, or had, like, I don't know, like an attendant or someone do it. Maybe that attendant was Brian. No, I'm sorry. But either way, somebody basically took down the ship, didn't want the information on that ship found, so much that they hired a group of random pirates to basically get caught out in the water, probably get killed later by guards or something, and then they blame that the wreckage was all taken, the whole like thing happened because pirates attacked the vessel and all that. So my suspicion was it could be the guard captain, Eobon, because, it that they're the guard captain. They would have a lot of power and sway and stuff. Grayfang was pretty pretty much like, hey, we need to get to this thing before anybody else does. So my assumption there was, well, the guards will probably scavenge this thing eventually. The second person, I guess, would have been Fari. I don't really think it was Fari though, because it hasn't seemed like the guild would have any reason for any of this, or Fari herself, just from what we know. But I could be wrong. I just don't have a suspicion towards Fari. And then the last one would be the mayor, who we have only heard about loosely, and we have never met, but they seem like they don't like the Altel district, and based on that last comment about the whole they like a traditional Lapsus feel, they really don't like
it's the head
Altel
of the
Hotel.
church.
Yeah, the third thing would be it was the church itself, but for the person that's in the church, that's leading the church in the area. I just don't know who that is. The name, I don't know the name, I think. I know the place, though.
I put the bet on the church.
That makes the most logical sense, because it was a church vessel that went down, so they could sabotage their own vessel pretty easily. So, it's not a bad guess. It's probably the most accurate that we have currently. I just am like, hey, here's the, main three people in the town, other than Grayfang, who we obviously did this job for, that would probably be involved with this. So, sorry, I was trying to explain to people what was going on.
Because we saw a wreckage, but you know what we didn't see? Any dead bodies.
Were there bodies in the water when we were swimming?
I guess we'd have to roll a recollection for that, right?
I'll roll.
I think I could possibly roll that too. I was
yeah,
in the water
you and
for
me.
a while.
18 plus, I think it's just a plus 3, so 21.
21?
Sorry, that got me.
Oh, that's just...
No.
21.
I also remembered. I forgot to ask about the necklace from Rebecca.
What necklace?
Oh, yeah.
The necklace that was in the chest.
Oh, right, the one I put back in the chest, yeah.
I'll bring that up next time, if I remember.
Yes, hey, you gotta put it in your pocket. It's the next thing
Steal
you
it?
can ask, right? No, not put the information in your pocket. No, don't steal the fucking necklace. What do you mean?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, why would I steal the necklace?
Not negative. You're trying to go for positive rizz, not negative rizz. Come on now. Anyway, yeah. Were there bodies in the water when we were swimming? Okay, so yeah. They were so again, there. I'm gonna go with the idea that whoever took them out, it could have been the church, could have been the guard captain, could have been the mayor. Though Grayfang said they don't think it's a guard fact. So mayor or church, one of those two probably are the ones that took them out. Sent someone to take them out, and then as the rest is history. I want to know what's in the box. Well, all of our questions will be answered. What's in the bronze lockbox?
Okay. Grayfang is able to open the box through miraculous DM hand waving.
Alright.
He opens it, and inside there's little tiny folded up papers. He puts on a pair of gloves, and he takes them out, and he unfolds them. He kind of scans it for a moment, and his eyes kind of widen, and he like sucks in a breath.
There you go.
What's in the paper? Or what's on the paper, not in, sorry.
What's in his ass?
The bottle.
Tail?
Drugs. Inside of the box is, well, Grayfang will say this. It's a manuscript with transactions between the Church of Avalis leader to the Altis regime. And he turns it over.
The guys that I saw at the totem, that Altis regime?
Yes. Those known as the Red Hawks. He'll turn it over, and there's a Lapsus Consortium seal.
That seems official.
Mm-hmm.
So, go ahead, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
The seal has payments of several wealthy benefactors in the previous war, which involved the trading of mixed breeds in the Alto Hotel into the Gobi lands as merchandise.
This is a trafficking document. Oh shit.
The owner of the particular seal is unknown. Grayfang says that I think you would need to know which province the seal is from to make any judgments. But this looks official and disturbing.
Or maybe it's not. We can use... Who was it that had cartography tools to check for forgery?
That was Marliana, the writer's thing?
Yeah.
Yep, Marliana.
Yep.
Could you check to see if it's the authentic... Word, fuck.
Authenticity.
You know what I meant to say. Thank you.
Authenticity?
I was having a fucking stroke, sorry.
Because who knows how many times you'll get to use that skill.
Probably a lot, honestly. I have a feeling that if this is what we're finding, this is probably going to be a common occurrence.
Now, see, I just have to make sure that the villains don't leave a document trail.
No, yeah, just don't. Listen, that's where you always get the villains. They might be able to torch towns, but they always leave a paper trail. Okay? That's what gets them.
That's why they started switching to email.
Yes, they had to switch to transceiver email.
Encrypted email, VPN.
I'm adding a D4 to that. Okay,
Oh,
18.
VP. See, you don't want to be like this, caught with your pants down with another random adventure group catching you. This is why you should get NordVPN.
We're sponsored, by the way.
Yeah, actually, I wish. Actually.
NordVPN sponsors this video. Nope.
Yes. There's how we fit it in.
I'm sorry, I'm eating.
Filling back all that food you just shitted out in the last 3 hours.
I'm exploding.
Empty. Your tank was on empty. Now I need to fill.
I'm exploding and dying. It's so bad. Oh my god.
Yeah. Why does it taste so good?
Me as I ate my bagel this morning. What did you ask me?
Oh yeah, Marliano was checking if the documents are authentic.
Yes, they are, as far as you can tell.
Cool.
Also, I have a really sad confession to make. My brain was like, you need to look for your phone. As I'm looking at my phone on Discord, my brain's like, where's your phone? And I'm like, I don't know. That's how you know I'm losing
I've
my
had that
damn mind.
before. It's alright. We're almost there tonight. um, so I guess Marliana, you said they're real, as far as you can tell. So we need to probably match what province this is in. Is that something we can just go around and ask? What do the seals of different provinces look like for their leaders? Probably not.
I don't think anyone would know much about the Gobi provinces.
What about the lapsus mark that's on here? I mean, I don't think we could just go up and ask the guard captain, "Hey, what does a seal look like for this area or that area or something?"
It's the Lapsus Consortium Council seal.
So it's just the council in general, so it could be any of them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that does actually narrow it down though, because that means it's what, 10 people possibly. So 1 in 10. I mean, that doesn't help us too much, but it's something. I mean, wasn't there always suspicions about this? I mean, because the Alta Latel lore thing, that there was because how all the trading of the trafficking and stuff went. There was always suspicions that the reason why a lot of the merchants and stuff got away with things is because there were some people in the main government that might have been saving face for them and covering for them until obviously they couldn't anymore. So, like, I guess it's more like a confirmation somewhat of that by the seal, but we just don't know what the seal is. Well, yeah. So these are papers from during the wartime, right? Or around that time, war's end, maybe.
In the previous war.
Yeah, so Great War. Okay, so yeah. This is basically a confirmation of that.
Yeah.
All right. So nothing. Well, I guess the only thing we know is whoever didn't want this information to get out didn't want. Oh, they knew about this whole fiasco. Also, that means the church was complicit with this.
Indeed, it does.
Not sure the full laws here in Lapsus, but I'm pretty sure that's illegal, at least internationally. I mean, it's trafficking.
The manuscripts regarding the transactions for the church are only between the church Avalus leader and the Altus regime.
Okay, so it's two different
Yes.
things. Gotcha. So that doesn't inherently implicate the church
Correct.
there, but is it illegal for the church to pay? They're more like they're a political party, so yeah, is it illegal for them to do that?
I do not know. I will.
I legitimately don't remember either. I'd actually have to check myself. If Grayfang doesn't know, that's fine.
Yeah, Grayfang would say, I'm not sure actually.
Alright, we might want to find out if that's the case. So the church... Well, outside of it being legal or not, that's still a problem. The church is one of the most influential, well, not branches, but things in Lapsus, if my lore recollection remembers right. Correct?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Basically, Starsha was asking that, like, because of her, like, lore knowledge, she was asking, isn't the church, like, one of the most influential, like, parties in Lapsus?
It's pretty influential.
Probably even past. I just assume Lapsus only. But
yeah. Yeah, it has a lot of people that follow it.
And them majorly supporting, or monetarily supporting the Altus regime is probably not good. Not really sure what we can do about that at the moment, but it could be information that we can save for a rainy day, so to speak. That and that trafficking information.
Yeah.
But I don't really think it points us to who exactly is the one that did this. I guess other than really the church. That's the only guess. I think Homie might be right.
Yes, I think signs are pointing to the church. Most definitely.
So they sailed a ship out here with this information, deliberately, most likely had it sunk, sent a ship of pirates out to make sure most likely it was sunk, and then probably send a group out. I am, of course, assuming that they were going to send a group out to attack the pirates, but considering what's in that lockbox, I don't think they would have let the pirates live. I kind of look over to them. No offense, but I don't think they would have let loose lips sail on that one.
They nod.
The head of the church. Who's the head of the church?
Let me look in the lore. I have the world lore pulled up, but not the faith lore. Give me a second.
Grand Wizard. No, I'm checking.
Grand Wizard.
He's got a very pointy. He's got a very pointy hat. Yes. He also likes white sheets.
Oh no! I was about to say, let's make sure it's a white hat.
well, I mean, if Lily's gonna go there, I mean,
I was gonna go there.
Part of a clan by any chance?
Yeah, is he part of a clan? You know, might have multiple C's or K's.
Yeah.
Just, asking for a friend.
They don't burn religious symbols, right?
Yeah, they don't. Oh no, they support the Altus regime, and I mean, they're the Firehawks. They like burning stuff.
Oh my god.
See, they don't burn things. They pay someone else to do it for them.
Oh, I love it here.
So, to answer your question, the Church of Avalis is led by the Speaker of Light, and this role is handed down to the ordained champion of the faith, or to one of the faith leaders that are around the world. He's a big boy. Honker. Honker.
Got a Y on the end of that, and I have to bleep it.
Woo!
Hey, someone got it. It's like from earlier when I misheard what Lily said.
Grayfang will
Maybe
nod and say, I'll keep it safe.
Maybe your Alto Latel friends might even be able to use it better than we could. Or at least get someone that could. So... Well, that was a lot of excitement for today. Kind of looks over. We should probably head back to our inn.
The pirates will raise their hands and say, where are we going to stay?
Good point. Grayfang, do you have a place they can stay? I guess we can't take them into the main town, I mean.
He will say... No, actually, the pirates will say, we'll just sleep on the ship, and we'll come back.
Oh yeah, they still have their ship.
Yeah, so they can sleep on the ship. Yeah, they'll sleep on the ship.
Sarsha kind of looks over to them like... It's that look of like, do we trust them to go back by themselves without them possibly like doing anything? But she kind of shakes her head, and she'll just say, "Never mind." That's it.
All right.
She'll just Just kind of shakes her head away from
Yep. In that case, they will make their way back to the ship, and Grayfang will see you all. And you'll make your way back to the inn, and that is where we'll end for tonight because I am sleepy eepy and my brain no